Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical. We are on the way to Richmond. A little bit later start than we wanted to get, but what the hell. Now it's interesting because I noticed that some people have pulled out some people pulled out on just gut feelings, and some people, they don't feel it's worth the risk. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, oh, you fucking whore. I hate this fucking magnet. Am I still recording? Yeah, fucking whore. But anyway, sorry about my language, you whores. Just kidding. But, yeah, traffic's flowing pretty good. I'm sure it's going to get really shitty when we get closer to Richmond. But, I had a bunch of profound shit to say and I can't remember it. Fuck. I'm not a morning person. So, what the hell was I gonna say? God damn it. This is about the most boring fuck. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. If you look at the comments on my last video about this thing, read some of the comments, and it's kind of sad how, and it's actually dangerous, how so many liberals, and I'm sure I'm right when I assume they're liberals, start conflicting issues. You got one guy that said something like, and I'm paraphrasing, oh, how's it feel to be worried about the cops shooting you? Now you know what it's like to be a black, an African American. Are people that fucking dense that they don't realize that this issue of constitutional rights, and in this case the Second Amendment, this applies to everybody, man. Whether you're a liberal, whether you're a Chinese humpback dwarf, that immigrated to America, who in their right mind would want to give up any rights? It makes no fucking sense to me. Everybody should be united. And if they're not, they're completely brainwashed and they're a danger to themselves and to the future of this country. I said before, the last thing I want to do right now, at my age and with my physical condition, is to go stand around a bunch of fucking people that have a potential to get fucking mowed down by one side or the other, or to have some false flag shit go up, or to have an Antifa guy crack me in the fucking head with a pipe. But, if I don't go there, everything that's going to happen is going to happen anyways. I'm just going to be another dot in the crowd. And what I was telling my buddy is, that's important to be another dot in the crowd, because the dots in the crowd are there for a reason. And if one dot is going to take a risk for the future of this country and my children and grandchildren, then I ought to fucking take the same risk. And I'm not chewing anybody out for not going, but what I am saying is, try to fucking not be so ignorant. Now, I'm sure a lot of these guys are like ex-cons that could never carry a weapon anyways, and if I can't carry one, I don't want anyone to carry one. That's one thing. But if you're just fucking repeating all this liberal bullshit that you see on fucking Morning Joe about how fucking, or with Elizabeth Warren, who fucking under no circumstances wants anyone to have guns except her security people, that's fucking terrible, man. I mean, you're setting yourself up. If there's ever been a time for the left and right to unite, it's right now. It's right now, because we're talking about rights. And as long as you have freedom, you should never, under any theory, want to give that freedom away. No matter what the fuck somebody promises you. Hitler made promises. Talk to some of the people in Australia that wish to God they never gave their gun rights away. When you give your fucking rights away, you never get them back. That history has proved that for as long as I can fucking research. Nobody ever willfully gave up our fucking freedom and then got it back later because they realized it was a mistake. So the time to stand up is now. And if you're not going to stand up in a place like this where there's potential danger, you need to fucking stand up with your voice. You need to speak up. And if you're too ignorant and all you can think about is, now the fucking white people get a dose of what it's like to be, then you need to start fucking read. If you can't read, have somebody next to you that knows how to read you some shit, because you're ignorant. Anyways, I'm gonna fucking save my fucking film. That's old school shit. I'm gonna save my film that I got. I got a roll of film in my fucking phone for future videos. I'm gonna focus on driving. In the meantime, you guys stay safe, and I'll see you out in front. LMS Tactical, I'm out. We're kind of sitting in our truck here, trying to stay warm. As you can see, it's
was it 29 degrees out there. Starting to heat up a little bit. And
this function's working too well. We'll have to depend on signal.
so we've seen probably about
fuck
up. We've seen about, I guess, 8 people walking around with AR-15s and exposed weapons. We saw one "Don't Tread on Me" flag. So that's, people are starting to show up. I don't know. We're probably about a block away from the Capitol right now, and both of us got to piss so fucking bad our back teeth are floating. So I don't know what the fuck's. I can just see me getting arrested for pissing in public because I ain't gonna be able to last too much longer. The radio you hear in the background is just that's just a scanner. Just trying to get a little heads up on if anything kicks off. So we have a little bit more situational awareness, although I'm sure law enforcement for the most part is using tactical frequencies. I don't know. Yeah, we get tired, man. But anyways, this is checking in, and we'll continue here if anything interesting happens, like we find a place to piss. So it's like 9:21, and we are about a block or two away from the Capitol. Bob and I are just sitting here trying not to piss our pants. It's 29 degrees, and we drank a lot of coffee on the way up here. And man, I was just saying in the last clip, we'll probably end up getting arrested for pissing in public, because I think if I get out of this truck, my bladder's gonna go. And yeah, we're just kind of chilling out, waiting until action picks up, and then we'll move in and try and get a better idea of what's going on. Talk to you later.
Post a picture every hour on Facebook.
Let's send these carpetbaggers home, because Virginia loves liberty and freedom. Keep Bloomberg's money out of Virginia politics. We can handle ourselves.
You want to fight our way up to the front there, just for a few photo shots? Literally, like, you want to try it or no?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let's see if we can get a little closer. Fuck, my hands are freezing, dude. Say it again. No, sorry. No, we don't want to be. No, we don't want to be. I think that's up there. Yeah, see, there's the grounds over there.
All right, hold right here.
I want to try and get some shots up that way.
These guys aren't in the fucking way. All right.
Oops, sorry. There we go.
That's fine.
Bob. Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical here. As you can see, we're over here now at the state capitol. It is almost 10 o'clock. It's a couple minutes before 10 o'clock. We got here early. We are outside of the gun restriction zone. You know how that goes. I'm not going to get caught up in that bullshit. But right now, so far, it looks like a really good turnout. This thing doesn't start really till 11. So we got about an hour, and I'm hoping we see about 500 times this amount of people. I'm going to show you guys a little bit what's going on. If you can see it from here. Now you can see where they have that gun restriction fence, and there's no way that I would get caught up in that kind of shit. That to me is just that's a straight up violation in and of itself. So I'm gonna stay on the perimeter of that bullshit so that I don't get caught up in that. And I think a lot of the people you see around me here are the same way. I mean, you got a lot of armed people, a lot of people open carrying with assault rifles. There's a word I can't look at that. I've been so fucking indoctrinated. I used it. AR-15s and blah blah blah. So I have noticed, and I'm going to show you in a second. There's some people here that look like they're from California, my home state. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but you got the aerial surveillance, of course, that's expected. Probably doing crowd assessments. So that's pretty much what there is to see at this point. We're going to be moving around a little bit and see if we can't get more interesting footage for you guys as this thing gets closer to this kickoff point. But I wanted to touch base, let you guys know that we did make it here. My buddy's got to piss like a fucking Cuban racehorse, so we got to find a place for him to piss or he's going to get arrested. He's going to piss right here. But all right, until the next check-in, LMS Tactical signing out. USA! Okay, hey, we're here with Chris, and we're at the gun rally in Richmond on January 20th. Chris, what brings you here?
Just protecting my Second Amendment rights.
Second Amendment rights. And are you a gun carrier?
Yes, I am.
You're born. And what's your feeling on on how this is going to go down today? Are you trepidatious about any trouble, or what's your feeling?
I'm hoping it's going to be peaceful.
Righteous. And who'd you vote for, man?
Trump.
Airborne. Trump. 2020. Yeah, baby. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Okay, LMS Tactical here. We're at the gun rally. It's January 20th in Richmond, Virginia. And as you can see, the crowd is picking up since the last shot. It's 10:18. It's not scheduled to really kick off till 11. But you can see we got lots of people here. The Capitol's up here behind me. Yep. And there's lots of people in the cage there. I wouldn't be in there. But all right, we'll check back in a minute here. Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical. So we're kind of heading out now. We've been at the rally for about coming up on 4 hours now, and I don't have an accurate estimate of the numbers, but I think they're pretty high. I'm gonna comfortably say it was over 10,000. The sound system was not the best. They had it set up where people were using bullhorns, and you can't talk to this many people with bullhorns and be effective. Now, I did have a live shot for a while, and if I saw the number correctly, I had about 15,000 people, which I hope I saw it correctly. But then the feed just cut out. So That combined with the fact that I forgot my gloves today, and it is felony cold out here, man. I went to take a piss and I couldn't find anything, so I just gave up. Yeah, it's, you know, I'm with my buddy here who's from South Africa, and I was telling him, you know, this is what America's all about. You know, I mean, I wish the people in South Africa could demonstrate like this. You saw how many people had weapons, lots and lots and lots of weapons. Almost everybody was armed, not one problem. And why do you suppose that is? An armed society is a polite society, as they say. And you got all, you know, the kindest people on earth are gun people. It's always been that way in my experience. And I know the liberals don't like to hear that shit, but the truth is, you get all the problems from the anti-gunners and the anti-Trumpers. Over here, you go to the bathroom, people hold the door open. Over here, you slam it into people because it's crowded. Everybody's saying, excuse me, nobody gets offended. This is what you find with the pro-gun people, because it's not about pro-gun, it's about pro-constitution, pro-freedom. And I want to thank you guys for sticking with the channel. I wanted to do a lot more interviews, but quite honestly, my hands were too cold and I was having some technical problems. But I got one in there. Who was that guy's name? Jason? Chris? Thanks, Chris. You're the guy. So I'll go back and you can see I got my GoPro on. Maybe I'll get some more videos out of the footage, but I think it pretty much speaks for itself. You either stand up for freedom or you lie down and hope to God that the people with the guns treat you correctly. And that didn't work out so well in other countries, Europe, Germany, China, Cuba, Venezuela, on and so forth. So yeah, man, this is America and this is what we stand for. And I'm proud of everybody that showed up here and everybody that supported this important day. LMS Tactical, I'll be back on a little bit later. My hands are too cold to hold the phone. Stay safe. Out. That's Alex Jones.
Despite saying there was no quarantine, despite saying there was going to be terrorist attacks and the gun owners were terrorists, everybody stood up to that disgusting bully that salivates about killing babies. Governor Joseph Mingala, mad scientist, cool Northam.
Yeah!
Governor Northam is a disgusting, horrible, evil...
He's a piece of shit!
Governor Northam is not a piece of shit. There's no way to lie about it. And he's not blackface, so he's not the KKK outfit. So he's not, he's talking about keeping babies alive, that's there. He's delivering, he's selling their organs. When he's not doing that, he's working with law and trying to bring the Civil War II. Well, guess what? Civil War II ain't happening. America's coming together against the globalist.com threat, and we're going to take the New World Order out of America.
USA!
USA. Beautiful. And the globalists are working around the clock to try to shut down InfoWars.com. And the globalists absolutely love to stage false flags like Justice Knowledge. They love to stage false flags like ABC News did whenever they claimed that Trump led Turkey attack the Kurds and blow up the whole city. And ABC was putting out video of the Knob Creek machine gun shootout and claiming that that